Hi there, and welcome to the Gerry Anderson channel. I'm Ross Arrowsmith, and today we're delving into some archive interviews, this week focusing on UFO. With everything from Supercar and Thunderbirds to Captain Scarlet and Joe 90 behind the Century 21 organisation, UFO saw them take their first tentative steps into live-action filmmaking. The puppets were out and actors were in, with Ed Bishop in the lead role as Commander Straker. Regarded as possibly the most three-dimensional character yet seen in an Anderson show, it wasn't long before the cold and calculating boss of Shadow became a fan favourite.
It was a hot summer's afternoon, and a neighbor, my next-door neighbor, knocked on my door. And he said, Ed, he said, I've just had a truckload of bricks delivered to my house. I want to know if you could come over and give me a hand unloading these bricks. I said, sure, absolutely, just what I was waiting for. And I went out there, was sweating to death, unloading all these bricks. And I've been in there for about an hour. We haven't made any dent on the truck. And my wife, my then wife, called me out and said, you want it on the telephone? Whew, boy, was I glad. And I galloped over there, and it was Gerry. And he said, could I get out to Pinewood right away? I said, boy, can I go? I don't go anywhere to get away from those bricks. So I ran out to these guys and said, hey, man, I got to go. And so I had a quick shower, got in the car, and zapped over there. And that's when he told me about it. I maybe he had a little sense of the dramatic. Get over to Pinewood right away.
Gerry and Sylvia Anderson, along with a familiar crew of directors and departments from the Super Marionation days, found themselves in new territory, and some adjusted to the changes better than others.
I think I was aware of this, but it wasn't apparent in any kind of deficiency on his part at all. I mean, he was a very efficient and a very generous producer.
Maybe I walked around with blinkers on my eyes, but a couple of the directors, Dave Lane or Ken Turner or Alan Perry, one of the boys said he turned up on the first day. They had all come from the puppets, right? Gerry, being loyal, brought these guys with him. And one of them was physically ill.
I had a nice little spot on the way to work that I would get out of the car, be sick and carry on, and just hope that a bus would hit you on the way.
And he's in charge. You got to call action and cut, and we'll do it this way, that way. It's a heck of a responsibility. But no, I never sensed that.
I was ill, virtually sick every day. But I think, I think most directors go on the stage with a slight bravado. You have an enormous amount of pressure on you to get through the day. And I don't know any directors who really go on the stage with a sort of couldn't care less attitude. They have to go on there with a real determination to get through the day and get through the amount of work that you have to. We were into, I don't know what our target was, but I think it was something like 6 minutes a day. So you just had to get through it best way you could. And we had very good artists like Ed Bishop. They're very forgiving to new directors. So it worked out pretty well for us.
Because Gerry shot the pilot, the very first episode, I think, to prove that it could be done in 10 days. And boy, if he was nervous, I didn't see it. He was very cool, calm, and collected. What he was going through inside, I don't know. I wasn't a confidant of him. But we saw the rushes afterward, and they were very professional about it. So we was there. He would consult with her, which take was the best, and all the rest. We actors were very nervous. Maybe our own nerves conquered everything else. We were unaware of anybody else's nerves but our own,
Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, let us know your thoughts on UFO, and we'll see you next week as we continue our retrospective on the series.